Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And the big news this week is of course that Cucuruz Doan's Island released last week Friday, and while I haven't seen it myself, the reviews that I've been able to find so far have all been very positive, and they can basically be summed up as follows. It's an overall fantastic movie that is held back by a few forgivable flaws. So without a doubt, it is something that fans of the original Gundam will absolutely love. Unfortunately, as of the filming of this video, there has been no word of an English release at all. But considering its success so far, I have no doubts that we should be getting something relatively soon. In the meantime though, you can check out the new trailer where they start off with a modern recreation of those previews at the end of each episode of the original Gundam, which was a pretty cool touch. But of course, you'll need NordVPN to watch it because the thing's region locked, because why not? And if you use the code kkrt or my link down below, you'll not only get a sweet discount, but you'll also be supporting the channel. In other Doan news then, almost 200,000 people went to watch the movie in its opening weekend, surpassing its goal. Again, like I said, it is doing very well. The original soundtrack was also released last week Friday, and we got these two really nice new illustrations of Amuro and Doan. And they are being given out to moviegoers this week, in Japan of course. And then alongside the movie, some new stuff of course also went up for pre-order as well. For 22,000 yen, 170 US, you can get the Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite RX-7802 Gundam, Cucuruz Doan's Island version, and for those having a case of the deja vus, it is indeed based on the 2015 The Origin version, but with slightly more vibrant colors, different markings, and of course some different parts like the backpack. Or for 25,830 yen, 200 US, you can get Doan's Zaku. And again, it is based on a previous figure, this time the Zaku 2 C-Type. Now the outside has of course been changed quite a bit here to accommodate for those makeshift fixes, but the accessories seem to have remained the same. So it still comes with one machine gun, one heat hawk, and 4 bazookas. This is without a doubt the most well-armed Doan's Zaku anything, whether it's figure or Gunpla. Doan Zaku is scheduled for December and the Gundam is scheduled for November. And what is also scheduled for November is the Robot Spirits Zaku 2 and Principality of Zeon Reconnaissance Aircraft set, version anime, which comes with a Lugan and a standard Zaku that you can of course also turn into the anime version of Doan's Zaku. And it doesn't just come with the infamous snout, it also comes with 2 of Doan's signature weapons. A small rock and a big rock. As for the Lugan then, that little thing is also fully featured. The ray domes and the machine guns on the side can move, it comes with landing gear, and thanks to this zoomed in image, we also get an idea of how the Zaku connects to the Lugan. The Zaku's holding on to a clear handle that connects to the Lugan somewhere. I don't really see where it would connect, but I guess it's gonna make some kind of connection. And then there's also this image here confirming that Bandai and friends are definitely going all in with memes, and I highly approve of that. And also on the same day, reservations started for the Archangel's Bridge from the Realistic Model series. But other than a few extra pictures and written confirmation of what we could already see in previously released pictures, there's nothing else new to see here. And since we're on the topic of Gundam Seed models, Mr. Hobby will be releasing 3 new Gundam Seed Destiny themed paints in late August. Destiny Red, Live Concert Pink, and Heine exclusive Orange. And Friday wasn't just a busy day in Japan, because in China, reservations opened for the limited edition Master Grade Freedom 2.0, Sazabi version Katoki, and New Gundam version Katoki. And all of them are called Collection version, but in Chinese.
典藏
Their prices are slightly higher than their vanilla counterparts, but that is of course to account for those new waterslide decals to give them those fancy new markings. And unfortunately, as I've mentioned in a previous Gundam news video, they are only available in China, and that will be through Tmall. So if you want any of these, you're gonna have to go through either a proxy or some kind of third-party website. On Monday then, advance tickets went on sale for the Gunpla Contrast World in Okinawa, and even though we won't be able to get the tickets ourselves, these advance tickets also come with a limited edition Haro Pla, which I think we've covered it before. Like, I feel like I've seen this Haro before, but this time they also showed an extra Okinawa Haro Pla sticker sheet, which I believe will be included with the Haro Pla. Like, they didn't mention any specifics, and the image just stands in line with the Haro Pla images. And then the final bit of Gunpla news is some P-Bandai restocks and extra reservations. Last week Thursday, the Cucuruz Doan's Island Gundam and Zaku got extra reservations, and the high-grade Geminas Unit 2 was confirmed to get a restock in August, along with the old Unit 1, Gripa, Hydra Gundam, Elo Booster, and Asclepios. One day later then, the Tekadon Complete set got an extra wave of reservations, and on Tuesday, more reservations became available for the high-grade Afrit Noct, Master-grade H-type mission pack for the F90, and Master-grade Cubile Embellir. In the Gundam gaming news then, the biggest thing here is probably that the login issues from Gundam Battle Operation 2 that seem to have mainly plagued North American players have been resolved, and as an apology, they'll be giving players 3 tokens. Also, the Byarlant Isolde has joined the battle. Going back in time then, on the 6th, the Xi Gundam Catra Endless Waltz version and Tomash have been added to Gundam Breaker Mobile. On the 7th, we got an official Let's Play of SD Gundam Battle Alliance on the official Gundam channel to show off some of its features, and even though they don't really show anything new per se, it is pretty fun to see them tuning their Zaku and then taking it for a spin in the game. And if you want to check out the video for yourself, I'll have it linked down below, but it is region locked. On the 8th then, UC Engage got an event gacha featuring the UR Phoenix NT version and UR Yonabashita, and there's also a login bonus with some extra tickets. And then today, the Vigna Ghina 2 Jupiter Battle version joins Gundam Extreme vs. 2 Cross Boost along with its pilot Giri Gajuka Aspis, and if you want to see both in action, I'll have that promotional video linked down below. In other news then, the Gundam Manholes for Sagamihara City will be placed on June 12th. The mass production type Zaku from mass production type Riko turns out to be the old 80s model kit, and the second round of artists collaborating with the 2-mix tribute album Crysta-Rhythm have been announced. They are Hironobu Kageyama, Tsukemen, and Yuka Nanri. Also, the jacket image has been released, and Megumi Nakajima's song has been confirmed to be Try Return to Yourself. Also then, it was announced that Bamco will be opening a big Namco Cross store in Yokohama on July the 7th and Hakata on July the 16th. And the idea of this store is to house a bunch of different smaller stores that exist under the Bandai Namco umbrella. So basically, it's going to be like a Bandai Namco shopping center, only just a little bit smaller than your average shopping center. The stores confirmed so far are an Ichiban Kuji, Gashapon Station, Sunstar Bungu Stationery, Tamashi Nations, Bankore, a Bandai candy store, which of course won't just be carrying candy, but also candy figures. A Bandai Spirit store, which will carry all kinds of plastic model kits except for Gunpla. That's not a joke. I guess this might have to do with the Gunpla shortage that we're experiencing, so once that is resolved, I guess they'll also be carrying Gunpla, because otherwise that would make no sense at all. But moving along, there's also going to be a Bandai Soft vinyl station, One Piece card game store, an official Banpresto store, and even a store dedicated to the Bikura bath bombs. So at least there's going to be some Gunpla in there. As for the things you could get this week then, last week Friday, the 2023 The Origin Calendar went on sale for 2,200 yen, 17 US, and features various characters from the Origin series like Char and Zaku 1, Amuro, Frau, Bright, etc. One day later then, the Ichiban Kuji Gunpla 2022 lottery kicked off in Japan with a variety of prizes. For 790 yen a ticket, around 7 US, you can win the Master Grade Gundam Exia Solid Clear version, Master Grade Barbs Solid Clear, High Grade Gundam Barb Solid Clear, Entry Grade Strike Gundam Solid Clear, another, SD Gundam X Standard 00 Gundam Solid Clear, or one of the many runner-up prizes that you're more likely to win. Over at the Gundam base then, you could also buy these 3 Gunpla-Kun Keychains along with your lottery tickets. For 880 yen, 8 US, you can get Gunpla-Kun, Zaku-Pla-Kun, or Char Zaku-Kun, or for 660 yen, around 6 US, you can get one of these 6 acrylic keychains. We've again got Gunpla-Kun, Zaku-Pla-Kun, and Char Zaku-Kun, this time available as either a built version or as a runner version. And starting Monday, the 9th lineup of Exceed Zaku heads appeared in Gachapon machines across Japan. For 500 yen a spin, around 4-5 US, you can win either Doan's Zaku's head, Egba's custom Zaku high mobility type surface type head, the regular Zaku high mobility surface type head, or Char's custom Zaku 2 high mobility type R1A head. And then on to this week's reading material, and here's something I never thought I'd say. Japanese Gundam fans will have a Gundam-related reason to pick up the weekly Playboy, because it not only features an interview with Yoshikazu Yasuhiko about Cucuruz Doan's island, but it even includes a clear file. So I guess you can now say that your favorite anime magazine is Japanese Playboy. But if you prefer looking at 2D illustrations, last week Friday, the Trajectory of Works 1979 to 2022, Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, A Creative Trajectory, was released. And now then, prepare your body and wallet for an onslaught of Gundam apparel. Because I was 100% correct last week that Bankore and Strict G were gonna be back with a vengeance. Bankore kicked off things last week Thursday with pre-orders opening for their second lineup of Gundam Full Color Light t-shirts. For 3,850 yen, 30 US, you can get a white t-shirt with either 2 versions of the RX-78, 2 versions of Char's Custom Gelgoog, or 1 version of the Core Booster, which are currently scheduled for a July release. One day later then, reservations opened up for their Cucuruz Doan's Island merch, and it seems that they definitely got the message that Slegger is one of the more popular characters, because there's 2 main designs, one being the Southern Cross emblem, and the other one being Slegger's personal emblem. You can get either of them on a t-shirt for 3,520 yen, 27 US, a work shirt for 7,150 yen, 60 US, a polo shirt for 4,950 yen, 40 US, a cap for 3,960 yen, 30 US, a face towel for 2,530 yen, 20 US, or a mug for 2,200 yen, 17 US. And you can also get the Southern Cross design on a big size tote bag for 5,500 yen, 45 US. And then there's also a bunch of t-shirts for 3,850 yen, 30 US, featuring 2 types of Doan Zaku, 3 types of the RX-7802, 2 types of the Zaku High Mobility Surface type, Doan and his Zaku, Amuro and his Gundam, and Slegger and his Jim. And all of this Cucuruz Doan's Island stuff is scheduled for an August release. And then, inspired by the shirt that Doan wore in the movie, pre-orders also started for a white or black Henry neck t-shirt bearing the Southern Cross Course emblem. It'll set you back 3,850 yen, 30 US, and will be coming your way in July. Tuesday then was apparently Iron-Blooded Orphans Day over at Bamco, with their first collection being themed after Order Hunt and the Gundam Hajiraboshi. You can get a white or black t-shirt for 3,520 yen, 27 US, a white or black tote bag for 2,420 yen, 19 US, and a white or black face towel for 2,200 yen, 17 US. And then the second collection was the Iron-Blooded Orphans character illustration project, which has this really cool design of Mika, Orga, Eugene, Akihiro, and Shino. It's available on a t-shirt for 3,850 yen, 30 US, a face towel, cushion cover, or tapestry for 3,300 yen, 25 US, a pouch for 1,650 yen, 13 US, a mug for 2,200 yen, 17 US, and finally you can get each of the characters individually on an acrylic stand for 1,430 yen, around 10 US, and when you then combine all of them, it forms the Tekadon emblem. And all of these Iron-Blooded items are scheduled for a July release. And over at Strict G then, they blew their entire load last week Friday with a grand total of 4 collections on that single day. First up was, of course, the obligatory Cucuruz Doan's Island merch, or as they called it, the commemorative collection for Cucuruz Doan's Island's release in theaters. For 5,280 yen, 40 US, you could get a black t-shirt with the teaser image. For 4,180 yen, 30 US, a black t-shirt with the Southern Cross emblem, a khaki t-shirt with Cucuruz Doan's Zaku, a white t-shirt with the Gundam, or a khaki or black t-shirt with the title. And then the final 2 pieces are a ripstop jacket for 8,580 yen, 65 US, and a small carrying bag thing for 2,530 yen, 20 US, both of which have the Southern Cross Corps emblem on them. Then from Strict G, New York, there was the Abstract collection, and as you can tell by the images on screen, even though it's called Abstract, as far as abstract art is concerned, this is still very pleasing to the eyes in my opinion. You can get a big t-shirt in white with the Earth Federation Space Forces logo, or in black with 2 flavors of Gundam for 4,730 yen, around 40 US, or for 6,380 yen, 50 US, you can get this big t-shirt with pocket with this really cool Gundam head. And of course, it wouldn't be Strict G without some collaborations. So together with Kamawanu, they released 3 types of tenugui, which are small cotton hand towels, and 2 types of furoshiki, which are traditional Japanese wrapping cloths. You've probably seen them in anime to like wrap a bento box or something. The tenugui are available in the main visual for 2,200 yen, 17 US, or pumpkin and mafti logo for 1,980 yen, 15 US, and the furoshiki are available in pumpkin and mafti for 1,320 yen, 10 US. And then finally, in collaboration with Phaeton, they released 3 types of Rakua necklace for 6,380 yen a piece, 50 US. They're available in Earth Federation Space Forces, Zeon, or Char Custom, and they claim that with the help of their patented aqua metals, these necklaces improve the performance of whoever wears them. Sure they do. Just like painting something red and supergluing a commander antenna to it will make anything perform 3 times better. So let's quickly move on to the final collaboration, which was between Cucuruz Doan's Island and Seveskig. There's an RX-7802 or Doan's Zaku sweater for 17,600 yen, 130 US, or a Char's custom high mobility type Zaku, Doan Zaku or Gundam t-shirt for 14,300 yen, 110 US. They went on sale on the 3rd, but they are only available at physical stores in Japan, so getting them might prove to be quite difficult or expensive, or both. And then finally, let's wrap up this week's Gundam news with some polls. 2 weeks ago, Gundam.Info wanted to know what our favorite Gundam instrument scene was. And this is one of the few times where we saw a major comeback. When I covered the poll, Nickel's piano scene was kinda close on the heels of Catra and Troa's scene, but when we've seen such a gap in the past, usually it never really amounted to anything. But in the 11th hour, with a mere 0.3% difference, it managed to pull ahead. The Gundam Wing scene might be superior as a standalone scene, but when you take the emotional weight into account of Nickel's piano scene, I am definitely in favor of this scene winning. And the same thing happened with 3rd place, where Minerva and her violin were behind Haman and her piano when I covered it, but at the finish line, Minerva managed to pass her with, again, a minuscule difference. 0.1% this time. So the final rankings are Nickel with 33.3%, Catra and Troa with 33%, Minerva with 16.9%, and Haman with 16.8%. Also, I want to include this comment by Snooka Style, who was surprised that the jam session from Thunderbolt wasn't included. And he's got a really good point. Like, I didn't think about this when I was covering the poll, but it totally should have been included. Out of all of the Gundam series, Thunderbolt is definitely the one where music plays the biggest role. So that totally should have been included, and it would have been really cool to see how it stacked up to the others. Like, it should have at least been able to get 3rd place, if not 2nd place. But on to the ongoing poll. With the upcoming release of the Gundam Guys Generation Char Aznable normal suit version, Gundam.Info wanted to know who the next character is that we want to get as a Triple G normal suit version. And currently, in a very comfortable lead with 291 votes, we have Amuro and his iconic white normal suit. And well, all I can say to that is, it is Amuro, and since we've gotten a Char, it only seems natural that next up, we get an Amuro. And man, it's busy outside. In an obvious 2nd place then, with 109 votes so far, it's Sayla. To be honest though, I kind of would have expected her to be somewhat closer to Amuro because, well, she is also a very popular character when it comes to figures. But the voting isn't over just yet, and as we just saw, a lot of things can still happen. I don't expect her to win, but I do kind of expect her to get a little bit closer. And then, way in the back, we have Dozel and Lala with 52 and 51 votes respectively. And I think that, especially with Lala, we can blame it on the normal suit. Like, for Dozel, he just wears the standard Zeon normal suit, which is pretty meh, in my opinion. And then Lala's normal suit is basically a space pajama with a ridiculously oversized helmet. Frankly, I would hope that if they make another Lala figure, they don't go for the normal suit version and instead go for like her standard Zeon uniform. Like, that would make for an awesome figure. And if you want to make your voice heard in this poll, I'll have that link down below. But that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.